Good Friday morning, Mountain Bay Elementary, and happy Friday. It is Friday, January 5th already, a gold day 3 for our encore schedule. Just like that. It's crazy how a 4-day week can come and go. Weather today, man, pretty simple, not too exciting. 31 degrees for a high, overcast, pretty low winds from what I'm seeing so far. Kind of that classic overcast winter in Wisconsin, though. So just a reminder, and again, I was talking with all of our supervisors, all of our teachers, staff members that go outside for recess. This goes for every grade level, including our upper grades, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, especially our 4th and 5th graders. We are entering a time, again, even though if I go back and I see 31 degrees here, it is still cold out, and any wind at all causes it to be quite cold, kind of bitterly cold out there at times. And our supervisors have seen too many students be very uncomfortable and kind of just really cold. So from here on out, boots, again, if you look at our list here, jackets, hats, mittens, boots, snow pants need to be worn. So again, that goes for every grade level, especially our 4th and 5th grade that come on down to lunch with things and then head straight outside. So again, make sure you have those items with you because again, especially coming soon in the forecast, we are going to see some much colder temperatures than what we've been seeing. We've had a pretty mild winter, but coming up here, it's going to be quite chilly. So all grade levels, jackets, hats, gloves, snow pants, and boots. Make sure you have them. Lunch today, we have some hot turkey and gravy, and that'll be probably either next to or on top of some mashed potatoes there. What goes well with that is a nice dinner roll, a fresh salad, and fresh tossed salad, and also a fruit smoothie with white or chocolate milk. Breakfast on Monday, we have our oatmeal bar, as well as a cup of various fruits, with some white or chocolate milk and a choice again of some juice as well. We have several birthdays, and I got to pull my list over here for a second. Here we go. We got several birthdays coming at us here. Today, it's Mrs. Hopper's birthday. I don't know if she's in the building today, but I know we know Mrs. Hopper from being here frequently. Happy birthday to her. It's also Oliver's birthday in Mrs. Eisenman's classroom, as well as Maya's birthday just down the way in Miss Hug's classroom. A couple more birthdays to go along with Oliver. I should also say Ivan's birthday today as well. Ivan is down in Mrs. Vine's classroom. And then rounding off with two of Mrs. Pierce's students, Braden and Darius, celebrating their January 5th birthdays as well. 2 weekend birthdays, we have Eli and Mrs. C. Plaza's and Avery and Mrs. Vanderlee's class celebrating their birthdays this weekend on Saturday and Sunday. Happy birthday to you two. And then a couple of half birthdays coming up over the weekend, none today. But over the weekend, we have Atalia and Mrs. J's, Hazel and Mrs. Schoberg's, Owen and Mr. Paulson's, and Rylan in Mrs. M. Plaza's, all celebrating their half birthdays this weekend. So I hope all of you have great and wonderful half birthdays and birthdays coming up here. Art Contest 2024. This comes from Mrs. Hazy. If you've had art recently, I'm guessing she probably talked about this or will be talking about this. So it's pretty open-ended. You can use your creativity to create any sort of art project or any sort of art product that you want. Notice some rules she has here. Original art only, so that means it must come from your very creative brain. It needs to have your name somewhere on it, as well as what grade you're in and your teacher. And it needs to be able to be hung on a wall. Why does it need to be able to hang on a wall, you ask? Because the winners will actually be displayed at Clean Slate Coffee House, which is across town here. So they'll be displayed there. And there also, you can see on the bottom, Mrs. Hazy will have some prizes for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place. So any questions, see Mrs. Hazy? Notice it's due at the end of January, which will be here before you know it. So if you're interested, start creating. Integrity. I wanted to give a quick shout out to our 5th grade boys. I know I talked to them a week or so before the holiday break about making sure we only have 4 students in the restroom at a time, right? And I noticed today as I was just kind of standing in the hallway around lunchtime that they did a great job of that, the 5th grade boys that were using that restroom. So a couple went in, the rest waited outside, and as one 5th grade student came out, another one went in, and as another came out, another went in. And the voice level was great in there. They were very respectful. I could tell that they were getting in and doing what they needed to do, and then they were back out and ready for recess. So kudos to those 5th grade boys, and I expect that of all of our students, making sure there's only the right number of students in the bathroom at a time, and then filtering out so the next students can get in. Mountain Bay Elementary joke of the day. What did the fog say to the boat? I think this could go in a variety of different ways, but I missed you, of course. There you go. Right, fog. Part of fog is the mist that makes up that fog. And Miss Alacia shared that one with us from Miss Thielen's class. All right, I talked a lot today, so that's what I have. Let's wrap up with the Pledge of Allegiance. And just like that, we are at a weekend, so I hope you all have a great and safe weekend. And just like your Mighty Mustangs here at school, make sure you carry those expectations out and about to be a proud Mustang out as well. So have a great Friday and an excellent weekend, Mustangs.